I learned in 2024. 2024 is a wild year. I feel like I've done like 3 different eras in this year. Like, I mean, I started out the year working at one place, and then in the middle of the year, most of the year, I spent living in Orlando doing the Disney College program, like more than half of the year. And now I'm at a different job, doing different things. It's a wild year. So all in all, to say, I learned a lot, still learning every day. I really just want to share different things that I learned this year, and I'm still learning each day, but hopefully they can help you too. So welcome to 24 Things I Learned in 2024. I think this first one is my main plot of 2024, and that is, don't be afraid to try things out of your comfort zone. Moving to Orlando was a big thing that was outside of my comfort zone. It was my first time just like truly feeling like an adult. Like, I had to pay rent, I had to do all these things. It was a cool experience and I loved it, and it's something I've wanted to do for like years at this point. Sometimes it's kind of scary to take that big step of moving, like moving somewhere you've never lived, especially by yourself, but those are the most rewarding sometimes. And chase your dreams because you are more than capable. The second thing is just say yes to different things more often. Someone asks you to go out to a dance club or whatever, say yes. Someone asks you to go to see a concert in a state you've never been to before, say yes. If it's a good experience, of course, but you'll never know if you don't try. Be willing to try new things, because you never know what could happen. It could be the greatest experience of your life. Like, you just never know if you don't say yes. There were many moments, kind of going back to the Disney College program, that I was like at Flamingo. I was in my apartment just chilling. I get a text from a friend, want to go to the park? And I was trying to make the most of that college program experience. So anytime any opportunity came to do something, I said yes. I can watch Gilmore Girls anytime I want after the program, and during the program I did definitely. But if you're doing some experience that you've never done before, you're only gonna get words. You're only gonna get to do that experience that once, like that exact way that you're doing it. That's a once in a lifetime thing. Of course you have the opportunity to go back and do it again, but it's never gonna be that same exact experience. So just say yes to the crazy wild adventures that can be thrown upon you. Okay, so this next one differently. Okay. So this next one definitely did stick with me through different moments throughout the year. And that is, things that are meant for you won't pass you by. There are things that worked out this year that I've always wanted to do. That worked out when they're meant to, and then there's also things that I wanted to do that didn't exactly work out this year. When something that I want to do is going to happen, that is when it's meant to happen. So there's a lot of things that I want to do that I'm going to try to take into 2025. I did a lot this year, and I'm proud of myself for even what I did. When I'm meant to do my next experience, it'll happen. Just things that are meant for you won't pass you by. And that goes for you guys as well. Whatever is something that you want to do, when it is meant for you, that time will come. You just got to keep trusting that. Spread kindness. Sounds very simple, sounds very basic, but when you're working in customer service especially, you encounter a lot of different kinds of people, and some of those people may be the nicest people you've ever met. Some of them might be a little rude, a little mean. I just noticed that. But you just have to be nice to every single person that you see, because you honestly don't know what people walk in with, and if they're walking in with a bad attitude, it's nothing to do with you most of the time. And if you just treat them with kindness, chances are you're going to make their day just a little bit better. So that is what I tried to do throughout this year. Anytime I have someone that comes in with a bad attitude, or a coworker who might be a little bit upset, just give them some understanding. If they want to talk through it, and you don't always have to give advice back, just be there to listen. Sometimes that helps. Just being kind. Okay, and number 5 kind of connects to the previous one. It is, don't let people take advantage of you. And while it is super important to be kind to people, it's also just as important to make sure that you're being treated with kindness too, whether it's in friendships, coworkers, family, I don't know, what have you. You also just want to be sure that you're being treated with just as much kindness and respect, in friendships especially, that you're giving. If you're not, it's perfectly okay to distance yourself, because you want to be treated with love, you want to be treated with respect. I mean, that's just it. If someone's your friend, they're going to be nice to you, they're going to put effort into the friendship. So just be kind to people, but don't let people take advantage of that kindness at the same time. Alright, this next one. Boy, does this next one hit hard. Number 6. Everyone is on different timelines. And I realize this more and more so when I want to do certain things, but I can't find another person who has that same interest as me or wants to do those things as well. And that is simply because everyone is meant to do different things. Like, what's interesting for me to do might not be interesting for someone else. Someone else may be interested in this other thing that I'm not necessarily interested in. You just gotta find that right person. It just takes time to find that person. And honestly, if it was that easy to find someone that was 100% into the same exact things that you are, the world would be pretty boring, because then there's no individuality and everyone would be doing the same things. Alright, number 7. It is good to be cautious, but don't overthink things too seriously to where you're getting insanely stressed out. Just be confident in your choice, be confident in your decision, because you are more than capable of making the right decision. Don't always rely on validity. Is that the word? Validity? That's the word, right? That sounds right. Validity from others. But don't always rely on validity. That just sounds so wrong. Don't always rely on approval from others, on their opinions about what you're doing, because you are more than capable of trusting your own instincts and trusting God. Alright, and number 8. Number 8 is kind of something that's always known, something that's always in the back of your head. When I was writing down the list of things that I learned this year, this was one of the ones that just like, write down. You are perfect as you are. You are literally made one of a kind. You're not meant to be like someone else, and someone else is not meant to be like you. Just know that you are meant to be on the path that you are on right now. Your path is not someone else's path, and someone else's path is not your path. Number 9 is just be present. It's fun going down memory lane, or it's fun thinking about what you want to do in the future. It's exciting. It gives you something to work towards. You don't want to be focusing on the past or the future too much to where you're not enjoying the present moment that you are in now. Because the present moment you are in now is on the journey to where you want to go in the future, and you want to enjoy every moment of it. Alright, number 10 is just spend time doing things that isn't on your phone. There's nothing wrong with just spending time swiping or watching videos. I do it myself, but you just have to find a balance between the two. Go out in nature, go for a walk, just get some sunshine. Vitamin D is good for the soul. Vitamin D keeps you happy and changes your personality when you just go out in the sun. Find the balance in life. Read a book, journal a little bit. That's what I've been trying to do more often, and it really does help. It really does make a difference. Number 11, have fun being yourself without worrying so much about what other people think. Because honestly, people aren't noticing as much as you think they are. Revolting back to the college program as an example for this, but when I was on the college program, I always tried to surround myself with good company. I got to go to a dance hall. It was my first time at the dance hall. And the person I went with, she's always so much fun, and I love hanging out with her. And because I was surrounded by good company, I just felt comfortable to just dance. Like, I felt good. Sometimes it can be hard though to get out of your bubble in that way too. I wasn't worried at all about the people who might have been staring, because if they are staring at you, it's for like a second. They just see you having fun, they see you happy, and then they look away. Don't let the fear of other people's criticism stop you from having a good time. Alright, number 12. Social media is a highlight reel. I know everybody says that, but it's so true. If you're having a bad day, or if you're not in a good mood, and then you see someone else's good day, you start comparing your bad day to their good day. Everybody has bad days and good days, because just appreciate where you're at while also being happy for where someone else is at. Okay, number 13. Invest into things that make you happy. Take time out of the day or week, whenever you can, to do it. This whole year, I started getting into Pilates, so I've been making time to do it whenever I can. It makes me feel great. And then recently, I have also started painting. I've only painted one thing, but I want to paint more. And you don't have to be perfect at every hobby. It's just something that you enjoy and you want to put your heart and soul into. That's what makes it a good hobby for you, not if you're perfect at it. Like, I can guarantee you, my paintings wouldn't be like Picasso or like museum. Hold up, maybe they would be, but that's not what it's about. If it makes you happy, just do it. Okay, number 14. Rest is important. Life is very busy. Every single day there's different things going on, different things you're expected to do, but rest is important. You need to take time out of the day, whatever you're able to do, honestly, just take time out of the day to have a rest day. I discovered that more this year because the college program is so much fun and there was so much busyness going on. Anytime I could take to just have a self-care moment, I did, and now I carried that over into out of the college program on my daily life. Now I'm just taking time whenever I can to have peaceful moments, because the peaceful moments are what recharge you so that you're ready to have more of those busy days. You need to have a balance between busy and rest. Alright, number 15. Actions over words. People say a lot of things all the time, but it's the actions that count, and sometimes things change. People have no control over that. When it's a repetitive cycle, just acknowledge that. I try to go by this. If you want people to trust you and you say you'll do something, actually do it. Like, show up. Be someone that someone can count on. Okay, number 16. Spend time with people that have good energy. Eventually, if you hang around someone long enough, you start to adapt to their personality and you start to have like those little characteristics as well. Like the amount of times I say slay now, I never said slay, which is kind of funny. But in all seriousness, if you're hanging around people that are a good influence, then you'll start to act that same way. So it's just important to also be that person and hang around people that have those positive ideas as well. That way, you're both just sharing goodness with each other. Okay, so this one, number 17, is kind of what I found works for me personally. Everybody is different. Every body is different. But for me, I realized that working out as much as I did doesn't provide your body enough time to have rest. Like, you need rest in between from working out. So I realized for me, I need to prioritize that. So I started doing different kinds of workouts as well. That's honestly why I started doing Pilates. Pilates is really beneficial. I feel great when I do it. I found a balance between Pilates and running or whatever, doing the Stairmaster, and just the daily life. I went through a strong cycle of just working out every day, following this workout plan, and I was tired. So finding the balance between doing those workouts and just having rest days is so super mega important. And on the rest days, I'm still moving, I'm still doing active things. I'm just not maybe just going for a walk, just doing different things. Okay, number 18. I need to hear, so hopefully this is good for someone else. Sometimes you're just having a bad day, so you go into work and you're having a bad day, so you're like not in a happy attitude. But honestly, if you just take a few minutes, smile at the people around you, say hi, be nice to people that come up to you, like that makes the difference. And automatically, I noticed for me, mood change completely. Being kind to others makes me feel better when I'm having a bad day when I go into work. Okay, number 19. Don't stress over things you can't control. Go into everything just doing everything the best you can, but if something happens and you can't fix it, you did the best you can. Don't beat yourself up over it. Just learn from it and grow from it, because every situation is a learning experience. Number 20. Not everything has to be perfect. I can be a little bit of a perfectionist sometimes. If I'm expected to do a task, I do it to the best of my ability, and then I try to do more so. I like everything that I do to say good things about my work ethic. Yes, sometimes it can be a little much if it doesn't come out exactly how you want it. For example, if you're putting up a tree at work and it doesn't look exactly like how you wanted it to look, but it still looks beautiful, but it's not exactly how you wanted it to look, then you start beating yourself up over it. But what makes it perfect is the fact that you took time, like you took hours to make it look good. You put your heart and soul into that. What looks like minor imperfections to you, most people don't even notice. They just see a beautiful job, well done, and the fact that you took time to do it in the first place. So just be proud of the work that you did. It's easy to self-criticize your work, but learning to try to avoid doing that at the same time, because I'm proud of the work I do. Number 21! Number 21! It's almost 24 and then it's almost 25. Oh my gosh. Be bold. That could be interpreted in so many different ways, but for me personally, it's not really noticeable in the camera, but I did get a little bit of a haircut. It's kind of layered, kind of. I have had the same hairstyle for a hot minute. I've always had long hair. I went through a phase like 3 years ago where I cut it, and I've been wanting to do that length again, but that was very bold of me then to do that. So just like working up the courage to do it again. I really want to cut my hair to a certain haircut, but it's just about taking the like braveness to do that. Like honestly, cutting it like that is a big step. Just be bold, do things that scare you. Okay, number 22, learn from other people. Everyone has different traits, different qualities that they can bring to the table. Be open to learning and hearing other people's experiences and stories. Maybe you'll end up learning how to, I don't know, crochet a hat. That's just one very small example, but maybe you'll learn how to crochet a hat from someone that knows how to crochet. And in turn for you learning that, you could teach them how to do a handstand. I don't know, very basic, but those are just to say we all have things that we can teach each other and learn from each other, so just be open to hearing those things. Okay, number 23. This is something that applies to every year, but this year I just went all out with it. But it is so much fun to give to others. Like, send people those birthday cards. Send them a text saying something happy, just like out of the blue, like, hey, what's up? Give to people, give kindness to people. It makes you feel good, and it's a nice surprise for people, and it just really makes me happy to do that. So I definitely want to carry that on into 2025 as well. Number 24. Wow, the last one. Already at the last one. That's crazy. That's wild. What do I want to leave off the video for 2024? What type of attitude do I want to bring into 2025? I feel the pressure. I feel the pressure. I don't know. I think this is the perfect way to leave it off. And that is, you are really capable of doing anything that you set your mind to. If you would have told little me, like from 6 or 7 years ago, that I would have spent majority of this year working in Orlando at Disney World, going to Disney whenever I want, like just living the dream life that little me imagined, she would have cried tears of joy. I feel like I just totally satisfied my inner child by doing that, and it was great, and I want to keep on chasing those dreams. So just chase the dreams that you've always wanted to do. You don't know if you'll ever get something if you don't try working for it. You just gotta take that shot, you gotta take that chance, and keep that mindset into 2025. Just go for your goals, go for your dreams, see where it takes you. Just know that you can do anything. And we are now at the end of the video. What the heck? We are actually at the end of the video. 2024 is leaving session soon. Like, actually wild, insane. I honestly feel like this year flew by, like, to be real. I feel like it flew by. Like, December just started and we're already at the end of December. Like, that's crazy. But all in all, thank you guys so much for watching this video and watching all the videos that you might have been watching throughout this year. I have lots of exciting things that I want to do in 2025. I'm very excited to see where the wind takes me, see what God's path is for me, but it's going to be great. This year was wonderful. I learned a lot. I feel like I grew more as a person by every experience that I had. So I will see you guys in 2025.